I'm curious to know if anyone in this mastermind is buying buyer leads right now from either Zillow or Realtor.com or anybody. Is anyone still buying those leads at the moment? Because I have a contract that I have to expire with Realtor.com, and like I'm not loving it, but what I started doing was I export the list of all the leads that come basically at the end of every month, and I just give them to my lender, and then they just cold call them for me, get them pre-approved, send them back, and I'm noticing that like 40 to 50% of the people have something to sell. And that's where I'm getting a lot of my listings from, is like these buyers have to sell something and they need to sell to qualify. Anyone else having that experience?
Zillow's been pretty good. There's a sweet spot though. Like you got to find a town that doesn't have a lot of other agents in it that gets leads coming in, and you need to be in first place. So if it costs $3,200 to be in first place to get 3 leads a month, and maybe you're converting one, I don't know if that's as efficient as if you can find another zip code where you're paying $1,200 for those 3 leads, and it's a similar price point, you're just in a different town.
So I'm paying about, I want to say $1,100 split with my lender, so just about $550 a person, and I get about 20 leads a month, and I'm using Realtor.com, maybe in 8 zip codes.
Do you mind if I ask what the price point is for the zip code that you bought?
I bought like an area that's like 800 to 5 million, and I bought like one area that's like basically about 1 million, a couple areas that are like 600-700. Most of them are 600-700.
That's crazy, because prices by me are so much more. I was in 3rd place in a town that was giving me 1.5 leads a month, and it was costing me like $3,000 a month, and that price point was 800 to 7 million.
See, that's why I stopped Zillow.
Hey everyone, Luca from Actually Agents here. Just wanted to take a quick second to bring your attention to an amazing opportunity we've secured for the Actually Agents community through our partnership with BAM. If you use code ACTUALLY on the website link in the description, you'll gain 10% off to the BAMX training platform. It is jam-packed with courses, information, ebooks, scripts, and more, all specifically designed for the modern real estate agent like yourself who's ready to commit to their craft and 10x their business this coming year. Remember, use code ACTUALLY. It's 10% off. The link is in the description. Thanks so much for your support.
I use Realtor for leads, Realtor.com. They got rid of it in our area for like a year. I had it before, and then when I heard that they were coming back, I got them immediately again, and I already have 2 closings off of it, and I only got it in I think they really kicked in December. I have Zillow too through my office, and I swear that Realtor leads are better quality than Zillow leads, and Zillow is so expensive.
What's the price structure with Realtor? Is it pay up front and commission, just pay up front? What does that kind of look like?
That's pay up front. So I pay $500 a month, and then I get 4 to 5 leads, but I think I get a little more than that.
But Chelsea, are you noticing that a lot of people gotta sell? Because that's what I'm seeing. Is like I literally met with like 3 people already who have to sell properties in like just this month alone. One guy I met, he's a banker for Chase, and he's got 2 investment properties to sell. Then he's going to sell his primary, and he wants to move to the next town over where there's a better school district. This one guy has 4 transactions.
I don't see that, but I think it's likely because most of the leads I'm getting in this zip code are like condos. So usually they're first-time buyers. The Zillow leads, we're seeing more sellers on.
More sellers on Zillow leads. What's your, for anyone in the audience that's bringing in leads, like Chelsea, and I'll get to Andrew, do you guys have a system for following up with these people? Like, how does that kind of look? Are you just hoping to build a connection on the first call?
I have Follow-Up Boss, and I paid for somebody to build it all out for me. So when they come in and I connect with them, it starts them on a drip campaign that goes forever and ever. It varies based on the tags I put in. So if I can get them on the phone, that's the best, but I don't always, because the Realtor ones are not like live connections. And then I just try and get in front of them as soon as possible.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I built out Follow-Up Boss. I put the ridiculous email drip campaign that I showed you guys where I say the most outlandish things to people and I get responses off that. And then I export the list once a month and send it to my lender, and they literally just have an operator pound on the phone until they get them, and then they put me in a group text with everybody. And it's like, oh, so-and-so just filled out a mortgage application and they need to sell their home. This is Andrew. He's our in-house preferred realtor. And then I reach out to them, hey, when's a good time for me to swing by and see the house? And that's it. Just rinse and repeat. I just let them do it. These guys are full-time telephone operators. They're going to follow up better than me.
But I like that idea of, hey, at the end of the month, I'm exporting this list, sending it to my lender, and I could just forget about it and focus on the new business. I really like that.
Yeah, I like that idea too.
I tell
Example.
people all the time, my lender is the reason for my success. And I'm not saying it's one. I have 2 or 3 that are the reason for my success because they just give me too much leverage. And all I do is close everyone who's ready.
No, Andrew is a prime example. Ever since like the day I met Andrew, he's been a prime example of making sure he's utilizing his lenders and different people in his network, just making shit happen.